Welcome to the Glass Bowl in Toledo, Ohio, and home to the Toledo Rockets. As we'll see a team from the American, the Charlotte 49ers, taking on the 24th-ranked team in the land, the Toledo Rockets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Rockets will put toe together to crank us up. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Charlotte 49ers offense will take the field first. We'll keep a close eye on the play calling and just how diligent they are in getting the tight end involved, Jesse. It just didn't work last week.
Yeah, there's no question that this coaching staff, they know the offense basically goes as their big tight end goes. And that's why they lost their last game out. They didn't get him the ball in. And that was a huge problem. So, David, big priority. Number one for this offense in this one, get him as many touches, as many ways as you can.
Yeah, feed the big fella, the big target, the chain mover, the red zone area. But just, you don't have to be as accurate. I think that's the thing that's nice. When you're throwing to a big tight end over the middle of the field, like, he'll catch it and still get hit. It's not that big of a deal, so we got to use the big fella.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the 49ers want to pick up the tempo.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum. And what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. The 49ers getting set on 1st and 10.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Looking downfield, it's Smalls. Got him downfield. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. To the ground with the back. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give on the option. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one, was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And how about the defense on that play, man? Playing aggressive, fast, downhill, 1st and goal, expecting run. Great job fitting the run. Great job getting the running back on the ground.
Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced a field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
So Toledo's offense will have its first possession of the game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
And the Rockets in the hurry-up.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow-developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
Makes the catch. It's Dingle. Made the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Turning it on. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Rockets.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
On the move from inside his 5. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. They'll run play action. Grab near the marker. It's Peppers. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't win.
Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29. And the 49ers will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. With the catch, it's Dingle. At the 40, there he goes. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. That's the end of the period, and it's Toledo holding the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw on first down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Toledo. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Quickly complete. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. The 49ers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
And the 49ers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The 49ers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Let's see what he can do with it. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Guys, let's see what Toledo can get done on offense this time. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives. There he goes. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on 1st down. To the ground, he's got it again. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Finds a little space. There he goes. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerback.
Throws toward the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Give to the back. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. The Rockets trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Keeps looking downfield. Touchdown, Rockets! Fired in from the red zone for the score. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Throws to the tight end. Pulls it in. It's Peppers. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Quarterback on the keeper. Can't get him to the ground. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. And the 49ers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Got his man on the right. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Looking to throw, it's Smalls. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. And early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical match. matchup there. Third down coming.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The 49ers will punt this one away. Now on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Going right to work up top. Finds his man. It's Wheeler. Still on his feet at the 45. It's a running room. Touchdown, Toledo. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll give it to the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Smalls. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. To the air on first down. Rushes on him. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down. He lobs one high down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the 49ers line up to punt it away. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Grabbed over the middle. It's Dingle. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating every...
Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. The 49ers will kick it away to start the 2nd half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Starting this 3rd quarter on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. completion to the right. At midfield, he's got room. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. And the Rockets just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. A little screen to the running back. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. New set of downs after the completion.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Grab behind the line. It's Dingle. Nice move there. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success, these guys have...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Rockets. Lining up to add another. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the credit room so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Dropping back, it's Smalls. Fires to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle. Second down coming up. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Darnold. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. First down here for the offense.
Here we go, here we go.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. To the air on second down. It's complete to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Got out of trouble and throws. Hauls it in. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. He'll pull it on the read. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down. And the 49ers will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's what...
Turning it on! And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed, so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, a quarterback making good decisions, it is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays. And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit.
Looking for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Toledo. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? You can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Off the play fake on first down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The 49ers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Wants to throw. It's Smalls. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. He might want another play. Wants to go up top on first down. Touchdown, Rockets! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And I love the play call on offense there. It's a sudden change situation. You just got the turnover. You're now going to take a shot because you got the defense on their heels after they're back on the field quickly. Really nice play call.
49, Charlotte 3.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. He'll do it himself. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Toledo has the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages? Or we'll see as we start the fourth. So we open the final period with a third down play. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Grabbed in the middle, it's Butler. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. And the 49ers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Pocket breaking down. Plucks it out of the air. They stop him right at the 40. And it's 4th down. Will they bring out the punt team? The 49ers send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Fields the punt and try to pick up some yards. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Rockets offense is back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game. There he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Quick handoff. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd down.
Fires to the big fella. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the 1st down.
The Rockets, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. On target. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal.
Cooler 18. Cooler 18. Charcoal.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Looking for blockers. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Hauls in the deep ball. Breaks into the open. The 20. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. Offense working from the pistol. They'll try the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the 49ers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Gets it out fast.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football.
He's brought down right at the 13-yard line. Still a ways to go to make it to the line to gain. Let's see what they do on 4th. Between the uprights, it's good. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Running to the left. Got a little space. He's loose. He's inside the 40. The 20. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Not a chance he lets that one go. He's bringing it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Timeout called by the defense, 27 seconds to go. The 49ers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's taking a deep shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And the 49ers will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. From midfield, looking for room. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. They bring him down, but not